Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you with another Starcraft 2 cast. This one between two players of some renown, I suppose. I took this replay randomly off the internet, so I'm assuming it's there to be cast. Anyway, let's get down to it. We have over on this side, playing for Euronix Gaming, we have DeMusliM. Whereas over on the southeast side of this nice map, playing for Liquid, it's TLO. And these two used to be on teams with a grudge match or something back in 2013 or whatever the hell. DeMusliM used to be on EG, TLO still on Liquid, and the Liquid EG rivalry was something to behold at the time. Now though, both of these playing for, you know, just their own team, not so much of a rivalry going on, but they are playing here on Frost, and what a nice coincidence it is, because I too am playing from a frosty environment. If you hear my voice doing weird stuff, well, that's because I got a cold in July on the northern hemisphere. Thank you, Northern Europe, you're great. Anyway, it's Frost. So it's a nice 4-player map, meaning that neither of these players know where the other one has spawned. So TLO sent out his first Overlord towards north, where he's not going to find anything. The second Overlord to the west, which will eventually find DeMusliM, and DeMusliM hasn't sent out anything yet to try and figure out where his opponent is. If you are playing against a Zerg, and you're paying attention, you should be able to see a little, you know, red dot, which is usually what you see, because you're in green. Come out, you know, in your vision here, and then move back, and you know, it's like, okay, you know, you spawned there. That's how that works. Before that happens, though, DeMusliM sends out his Reaper to scout, and he is going to get first scouting positions correctly. So TLO here managing to find that there is no wall off there, which should tell him pretty much enough, because you don't build no wall off against a Zerg as a Terran unless you want Zerglings in your base. You like Zerglings? Because that's how you get Zerglings. Nope. Doesn't want to stay too close, but does manage to go back in order to get that recharge working again. We've got a fairly fast. Oh, does he get that one Zergling? No, he doesn't. I don't think there's anything lost so far. So very nicely played or defended by TLO there, not even having lost so much as a Zergling. And now with two queens in the way, he should be able to get that. The Reaper, of course, can jump up here, and DeMusliM will probably do that at whatever time he, you know, prefers to get his scouting done. Or you could just move back into the grooved spines of the Queen. So 25 workers versus what, 30, 31. We got another 4 drones coming in. TLO knows he's safe, and with speed being done, that Reaper should, yep, there we go. So Zerg free to take this third or this third, and it's always interesting to see which one. Against Terran, I much prefer this one, because this ledge is just, well, pretty much against anything that shoots. This ledge is just so abusive, and especially Terran. You go here, you're forced to go, you know, run your melee units up here in order to catch them. You lift them up, you move them over here, and it's yeah, I'm not a Terran player, as you may know. Otherwise, I would be celebrating this fact. So there are some advantages to being Terran up in this map, although it's not purely one-sided, as there are certainly advantages to being a Zerg as well on this map. All the different attack paths. For one, if you do decide to go with the melee heavy style, you can just run the Terran ragged with your Zerglings being all over the bloody place. Putting his engineering base in the wall off with TLO building a Baneling as well. That is a courageous thing to do. I mean, by now, don't suppose there really is going to be, and that Zergling scouts that move out quite well. I don't suppose there will be a Baneling bust, but yeah, you could lose that quite easily. 2 medevacs full of Marines makes it into his opponent's base, but those 2 Banelings should... No, 1 Baneling, none of the Baneling make it, but there are enough Queens to push this back. Are there enough Queens? I'm sorry, no, there are a large number of Queens, but not enough to pull this back. And DeMusliM makes it into the middle line of his opponent, takes down 6 drones, and takes quite a defensive position. Is he going to get this hatchery? I know, TLO has to move in, can't get the surface area to really take care of these Marines. Does take out the medevacs, and these transfuses are not enough to also take out the Marines, but there comes the Baneling, very nicely focused down by DeMusliM. He does eventually clean that up, but damn, that was 6 drones, 45 Zerglings against 16. I'm not good at Starcraft 2 math. I don't know if that was worth it. We do have 42 workers with mules versus 39 for TLO, and in the midst of all of that action, a Liberator decided to plant here. So yeah, it's quite a good position for DeMusliM there. And that wall is still intact, and here comes another drop. DeMusliM says, well, it worked before, why not do it again? This time there are 3 Banelings ready to receive him though, so that is a bit better. And TLO hasn't droned up far enough again to really need a 4-caller in that third base to take out that Liberator, and this group of takes down those Banelings quite nicely again. And with this position, with the backs against the wall, takes out quite a number of... he gets the empty one. So that was obviously done by DeMusliM consciously loading up this remaining Marine in the medevac without damage. So it does lose 8 Marines and a medevac, and now we have TLO on the warpath, and this is where this wall is going to be interesting. It takes a few more Banelings to bust this than, say, the supply depot, but this is a dangerous position for DeMusliM to be in, as he could very well lose to upgrading buildings. And there are no tanks yet to take care of these things. No, going for making sure he gets the wall. So these engineering bays do survive, but TLO has a run of the natural. Well, no, there's enough Marines really to pull that back. He's not going to get the engineer. Oh, he does get that one engineering bay. So okay. So let's see, how many do we have? 19. Wow, that was not bad. But there is a fifth. Sheesh. There's a 3rd in location now. And that will pretty soon means 3 mules as TLO donates a couple of Zerglings. And we have another drop over here. The medevac is not taken out, but all the Marines are. And did he get? He did get a couple of workers. So DeMusliM actually back in front with the workers. Sacrifices 2 Zerglings for the Widow Mine, but there's enough Marines there to make sure that he doesn't actually manage to get in there with any success. And he's gonna get a number of these Banelings, but yeah, there's not enough left for TLO to follow that up. So GG. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.